Welcome to Boat Racks 101. Adding a rack to your vehicle for your kayak or canoe opens up endless new possibilities of waterways to explore. However, figuring out which one's right for you and your vehicle can be a little intimidating, so we're here to help. To start, keep in mind that unless you have a truck or a trailer, the only way to carry a canoe or kayak on your vehicle is up top. All of our roof rack systems for kayaks and canoes do require crossbars on your vehicle. This could be factory crossbars, aftermarket crossbars, hopefully Yakima crossbars. If your vehicle doesn't have crossbars yet, please consult our Roof Racks 101 video as well, because that'll get you started there. And then this video will help you pick the right boat mount to attach to your new crossbars. Boat racks for your roof come in three main styles: stackers, Cradles, and saddles. All three have their own advantages and disadvantages, and today we're gonna help you figure out which one's right for you. To start, we're gonna talk about stackers, which are seen here. Stackers are great because they're the most economical way to carry multiple boats. They're also the only rooftop mount that can carry up to 4 boats with just one mount. Essentially, a stacker is a vertical bar that's sitting in the center or to the side of your roof rack, and you attach a strap to that to mount around your crossbar and secure your boat against that vertical bar. Again, the great thing about it is capacity, but the disadvantage is as you strap the boat, there's really nothing for it to set on other than the crossbar itself. So it has minimal boat protection, and it can be difficult to strap, particularly when you're using more than one kayak or strapping more than one kayak, because they tend to slide as you're strapping. The real primary user for this is shorter boats that are easier to handle, and people who are whitewater kayakers who want to shuttle up the river with a lot of boats very quickly. So a good option, but really for the right user. Next up are Cradles, which you can see here. Cradles are great because they keep the boat in that vertical orientation, which is similar to a stacker. What that means is that if you're a multi-sporter or you have multiple boats, you can fit more on your crossbars. It's easy to fit 2 boats, a boat in a cargo box, a boat and a bike. Really opens up your possibilities on top of your roof rack. The other nice thing about Cradles compared to stackers is when you set the boat up on the bar, because there's a J area that holds the boat, it'll just sit there. It's not trying to slide as you're strapping it down. So it just creates a little bit of a nicer experience when you're loading and unloading. Additionally, because it has a padded surface underneath the boat and not just directly onto the crossbar, it does provide some additional boat protection compared to stackers. Now, most Cradles carry one boat. However, there is one model called the JLO, which can transition from a Cradle into a stacker position and alternate between 1 and 2 kayaks, which is a really unique setup and a good choice for people who want the option to bring a friend at some point. One other thing to note about Cradles is the majority of them that we make do fold down, so you don't have this J position sticking up off your vehicle at all times if you wanted to get into a garage and are worried about overall clearance. Finally, you have saddle sets. Saddle sets orient the boat just like it's sitting in the water. So it's flat and well protected. One of the great things about saddle sets is they have a lot of built-in protection and large points of contact. Some of our saddle sets have even larger surface areas than this, so when you're setting the boat in there, it protects it very, very well. One unique thing about saddles versus the other two is Cradles and stackers, you typically load those from the side of your vehicle. On a saddle set, you typically load from the rear of your vehicle and slide the boat up in place. What that does is it opens up a lot of load assist options. So a lot of saddle sets actually have rollers built into them. There's even a piece we make that telescopes off the back and creates a roller that's a little bit further towards the rear of the vehicle. So you can get some options in there to get the boat up a little bit easier. However, the disadvantage here is that it's taking up the full width of the boat on top of the car. So it's a little bit more difficult to fit 2 boats side by side, or a boat in a cargo box, or really a multi-sport setup. So there is a saddle set specifically for canoes, and really what you're doing in that case is flipping the canoe upside down and mounting it onto that saddle to pin it in and strap there. If you're curious about strapping a boat, now that we're talking about it, there is another video called How to Tie on a Boat. Wanted to split it up just so you can specifically watch how to tie down. So that's available as well from us. Check that out. It's gonna talk about your HD straps as well as your bow stern tie downs that you need for all of our mounts to keep them safe and secure. If you really wanna make life easy, there's even a load assist saddle option called the Showdown. This mount enables you to mount and strap your kayak at the side of the vehicle and then cantilever it up to the top rather than have to lift the kayak all the way to the top of the vehicle. No matter which boat mount you choose, whether it's stackers, Cradles, or a saddle set, there's a few tips that can help you load and unload your boat safely. First, before you put your boat in place, make sure you lay a towel or a blanket on your vehicle to protect it. It's very easy to rest your boat against your vehicle as you're moving it up into place, and it'll just help prevent scratches of any kind getting on your vehicle. The other thing is always, always, always be sure to use your bow stern tie downs. That's a front and a rear strap that attach underneath your vehicle, and that's really completing the strap system and securing the boat fully to your vehicle. To see that in full, please check out our How to Tie Down a Boat video. It goes into much detail about how to do that on both Cradle stackers and saddle sets. The last tip I'll tell you is, what are you gonna do with your paddle? You know, some people are like, oh, I'll just break it in two pieces, but we do have a mount for a paddle. It's called a top grip. It mounts right to your bars and simply clamps onto that paddle. It's a great way to get it up and out of the vehicle so you can save that space for all the other necessities, PFDs, a cooler, you know, the dog, whatever you need. So definitely consider that as an option, and we'll see you next time. Go out and paddle.